What's up, bitches? Back for another fantastic video. Here today, we're talking NBA mock draft. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, Aaron, there's no basketball. The season's already over. Doesn't mean we can't dream a little bit and have some NBA mock drafts, guys. So here we go, right out of the gates. We're starting it off. You guys want to know a fun fact? Obi Toppin was a 0-star recruit coming into college basketball. What a freaking story he has become. Just like that, he became the player of the year in college basketball. And just like that, he's the number 1 overall pick in my mock draft. That's right, guys. Obi Toppin, number 1 overall to the Golden State Warriors. Hell of a decision. I've been hearing a lot of things. Been hearing the Golden State Warriors really like Obi Toppin. In reality, they're probably going to trade down or do something like that, or just trade away their pick altogether. But at this point, we're not doing trades. We're just sticking Golden State, number 1 overall, Obi Toppin. What the fuck was that? Anyways, number 2 overall, Cleveland Cavaliers select Deni Avdija. I think I got it right. But, probably not. But, Deni Avdija, guys, out of freaking Israel. Yeah, he's pretty cool. Pretty good dude. Like him a lot. Good basketball player. I like what his strengths are. He kind of reminds me a little bit of Darko, which scares me a little bit. Although Darko was a big dude and, Deni's a small forward. But still, Europeans scare me. Not in a xenophobic kind of way. But, I'm just I get worried because of Darko and what he's done to the city of Detroit. That's all. Anyways, with the number 3 pick, the most exciting pick of the day. My Detroit Pistons, guys. And they have 2 stars on the board. Anyway, they could be right. Anthony Edwards, LaMelo Ball. Could be a star of the future for this team for years to come. But you know what? Who's in charge of this team? Tom Gores. And if you remember, Tom Gores was in love with Andre Drummond. Tom Gores is going like, fuck yeah, we're going to center here. James Wiseman it is. That's right, guys. James Wiseman is the pick at number 3. And all of Detroit decides to go hang themselves simultaneously. Number 4 pick, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves, and they're going to select the guy the Pistons probably should have selected, Anthony Edwards. Now you get him next to D'Angelo Russell. You've got yourself a good guard combo there. Throw in Karl Anthony Towns. You've got a good team, I think, coming up here. And I think this team will start to make some moves next year. Number 5, I have the Atlanta Hawks. Almost said the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Hawks on the board. They're like, how the fuck is LaMelo Ball still on the board? Taking him. We'll put him over at shooting guard next to Trae Young. You got yourselves a good front court right there. Fuck Kevin Huerter, that piece of shit. Nobody wants him anyways. Put him as a 6th man. But you got LaMelo Ball there, and they're like, thank you so much, Detroit, for being some fucking retarded-ass cunts. Thank you. Number 6, New York Knicks. They're like, we want a star. We want somebody who can lead this team and can be, definitely, more importantly, lead the front pages in the newspaper. Cole Anthony is going to be going here to the New York Knicks. They want a star, and that's the biggest name you can think of right there. Cole Anthony will be able to somewhat fix, don't do that, I get freaked out when you do it, is going to be somewhat fix this New York Knicks. Not a ton, just a little bit, so where they have a little bit of order. Until James Dolan dies, though, they won't have any order. Number 7, I have the Chicago Bulls selecting Isaac Okoro, small forward out of Auburn. He has been going up the draft boards as of late. I've seen him even high as like number 3 or 4. He really has been shooting up the boards. I don't understand why. I think he's a good basketball player. I don't think he's a great basketball player. I think he fits well with Chicago, though, because they need a small forward spot. They have Cody White. They have Zach LaVine. They have Wendell Carter Jr. They got Lauri Markkanen. They have Otto Porter Jr. at the small forward position, but honestly, they would like to get rid of that salary and then throw in something there. Isaac Okoro, I think, fits perfectly. Number 8, the Washington Wizards selecting my favorite player in the entire draft, Killian Hayes. Killian Hayes is a freaking beast out of France. I love him. I love him in every sense of the word, possibly in a gay way. He's a star, and he's a star in the making, and he's going to be a beast. He reminds me a lot, actually, of Russell Westbrook. I think maybe even a better shooter. He's going to be a star. I guarantee it, and what's that, the Twitter account, Freezing Cold Takes? Hold on to this. He's going to be a fucking beast. I guarantee it. Number 9, the Charlotte Hornets select my second favorite in the entire class, Onyeka Okongwu. That's right, guys. Onyeka Okongwu. He's going to be a fucking stud. In my my college basketball simulations, he was a fucking beast. He went all the way to the Elite 8. What a star. But in reality, he's going to be a beast. And coming here into Charlotte, I like that. Because then you got a good backcourt right there with Miles Bridges at small forward. You got P.J. Washington at power forward. And then you got him at center. Ooh, I like the front court there. They're going to have a good team eventually. Charlotte sucks, but eventually. Number 10, the Phoenix Suns. And Phoenix is like, fuck. kind of won Killian Hayes. Now who the fuck do we take? They're like, well, Phoenix is kind of retarded too. Almost like Detroit, just not as bad. They're going to go, Tyrese Haliburton. Like him. I like him. He's a point guard. We want to get Ruby the fuck out of here. Ruby? Did I say Ruby? We want to get Ricky Rubio the fuck out of here. Because I can't even say his name right because nobody gives a shit about him anymore at this point. Get him the fuck out, bring in Tyrese Haliburton. Maybe you get a little better. With the number 11 pick, as you see after these next pick or two, it really starts to drop off. Maybe it has already dropped off, and I just haven't realized it. But number 11 pick, San Antonio selects R.J. Hampton, the man out of Australia. I think he's going to be a good shooting guard, possibly with also DeMar DeRozan possibly leaving here soon within the next year or two. They might re-sign him. Who knows? But they need some firepower. The San Antonio dynasties that we all know and love is gone, and they need to reshape that. So, best player on the board, R.J. Hampton. With the number 12 pick, the Sacramento Kings are going to select a pick I love, Tyrese Maxey out of Kentucky, guys. Love Tyrese Maxey, and I think he would be absolutely exceptional next to his man, De'Aaron Fox. I love De'Aaron Fox. I love Tyrese Maxey. Get that Kentucky backcourt going, and I think you guys got yourselves a real solid foundation starting right there. Bring back Boogie, and you got a whole freaking Kentucky squad there. Number 13, we got the Portland Trail Blazers. At this point, I was like looking at the board. I was like, really falls off badly. But I had them selecting Saddiq Bey out of Villanova. He really showed himself to be a star player this year at Villanova, and I think he could do some positive, really good things there at Portland, whether they have him off the bench or they could even put him in as a starter at the small forward position. But I really like Portland. Picking him here, I think his skills fit perfectly for the Portland Trail Blazers, and I think he'd be a good pick here. And finally, to end off the lottery, number 14 overall, a new guy to the board, a man who just declared for the NBA draft, and I think could probably shoot up the boards even more in the coming, I'm not going to say weeks at this point because we have no idea what the fuck's going on with all the sports. I'll say months. In the coming months, he could shoot up the boards due to what's going to be happening. And that is Aaron Nesmith out of Vanderbilt, guys. This dude scored 23 points a game, and he also shot just under 53% from the three-point line. That's incredible. He shot 115 three-pointers, so he made over 60 three-pointers. That's almost an average of 2 a game. That is incredible. And any team would be lucky to have him. In this case, it's the New Orleans Pelicans. They're going to have him there with Lonzo, get him there at that shooting guard position, maybe fill in for J.J. Redick when his old ass finally retires. But they have themselves a good shooting team there. Get in Brandon Ingram there, get in Zion. You've got yourselves a good shooting team and a team that is definitely going to be ready to contend for the future. All right, guys, those are my picks for this time's NBA mock draft. Tell me what you think. If you like it, if you hate it, I don't really give a shit either way. And we'll see you next time.
It wasn't recording.
Fuck off, Evan.